It's been 7 years, and I still struggle to speak on it in anything but metaphor. Like a band that always stays on tour, or like a ship that rarely hits the shore, I'm afraid to face the faces of my home. I'm constantly crowd-surfing seas of other people's creativity, cradled by confirmation, captivated by their craft. I write these drafts mostly just to distract myself from destructive thinking. Caught up in the flow of my own calligraphy, I fail to see those falling over in the wake behind me. If I just stop, take a second to sneak a peek beneath the surface, then maybe I might see the anchors that I've been dragging since it happened. It happened, and I need to learn to talk about it. Hi, I'm Kai, and 7 years ago, I tried to take my life, or rather, attempted to give it away. I didn't really want it anymore. I woke up one morning to a self deemed worthless, climbed over the kitchen sink to a windowsill that I can sometimes still feel framing the hatred of myself. Dangling my feet for what felt like an eternity, but most likely was merely a single minute. Within it, seconds blended into one another like overlapping thoughts of self-destruction. You should have stayed in your small little city. This city was meant for people who matter, and you matter to no one. I remember doubting the distance to concrete as if 5 floors wasn't enough. Nothing was ever enough. I watched as people passed me by, not a head to the sky, just eyes on the prize feed focused on futures awaiting their fulfillment. To this day, I still question whether it was their will to live or mine that saved me. Collapsing to the frigid tiled floor, body traumatized and numb, I realized I should probably ask for help from someone. Called my mom, each dial tone ringing louder and longer than they ever had before. Answering on the 5th and final ring, her hello felt like angels singing. I later discovered that when I had called my mother, she had been sitting in the garage, door closed, car on, deciding whether or not to fulfill her own future. After all, self-hatred is hereditary. I look back on that day, I think of my sister losing her mother and her sibling. The thought of my father's loss of his wife and child in just one day is enough to make you question fate. It's been 7 years. Since then, my mom and I have developed a system, texting our mental stability on a scale of 1 to 10, and we answer every call we can. There are days that are 8s, some days 9s, others 5s and 4s. There are days where my thighs still feel that frigid floor beneath me. Days where the numbness comes from nowhere. Days where I swear no one cares if I'm dead or alive. Days where my number is more like a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And when those days come, I frame myself with all the love and help I've had along the way. And honestly, I just wanted to say thank you.